This albergue comes with a breakfast, with coffee, there's some yogurt and juice, there's cereal and bread. It's really nice. Okay, today's stage, a short one, Viana to Logrono, 11.7, which I actually thought was more like 10, but that's okay. I have plenty of time. So yeah, this is the map. I don't know actually that there's much of anything until I get to Logrono, so it'll be a straight shot. From there, I'm getting on a train. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting on a train to go to Salamanca today, and there's that awful Michael Jackson graffiti. I don't understand. Anyway, apparently that's been all up and down this Camino for the last couple of years. So just gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Right, so I'm getting on a train, and I don't know, last night I was second guessing everything. I know I've only been on the Française for a few days, and that was always the plan. Mostly because once I arrived in Pamplona from the Camino Bus 10, I just wanted to keep walking a little bit. I had just walked 5 days, and it felt really soon to kind of hop, on some public transportation to get to a new place. So I thought it'd just be fun to do a few stages of the Française, and it has been. And I feel like it took me a day or two to adjust. And then yesterday, I had such a nice Camino day. And I'm starting to recognize some pilgrims. And there is that part of me that just feels so regretful now that I am jumping off to a different Camino. But I really want to do something new. I really like the Française. And, I did the full thing 9 years ago. That was a while ago. But I did part of it, like mostly the Meseta last year. And it's been fun to do these stages, but I think it's time for something new. So anyway, I am going to Salamanca, and it should be, I have about 16 days to walk up to Santiago, and I like the idea. I always like the idea of arriving in Santiago. I know I don't have to, but I like it. And 16 continuous days feels good. I knew I wanted to do the Buzz 10, but from there weren't good options to kind of keep connecting on the Camino, mostly because I've done all the routes around there kind of recently. So this will be a new Camino. I'm just a little concerned about the heat and about how long some of these stages are. My first stage out of Salamanca tomorrow is going to be 36 kilometers, which is big. And it's not too big for me, but I think the last 20 kilometers are a straight shot. I think a lot on a path by the road without any services. And that's going to be, even if I leave really early and try to walk fast, it's still going to be like late morning into the afternoon that I'm walking that. And I was just looking at the maps last night and not feeling very excited about it. I'm wondering if there will be any pilgrims, if it's only going to be a few pilgrims. I don't know. So we'll see. I think I just need to give it a chance and see how it goes. And I also know if it is too hot or if it feels far too isolated and I'm just feeling like I want to meet other pilgrims, I'll change, I'll find a bus or another train. Oh, hi, kitty. And, I'll hop to another route, even if it's something I've already done. Let's end on a positive note. I just love being out here. It just feels as ever so good to be walking. I feel so lucky and grateful that I'm out here and doing this. So any Camino is a really good Camino, and it is wonderful to have so many options. There's another kitty. Okay, I'll be back with more later. first time I spot the Camino shell of Logrono. I love this design. This, for those who love tattoos, I feel like would be a great tattoo. So this has been a super quiet morning, and I just think it's worth noting that the Camino Frances is not always as crowded as people kind of say it is. Maybe I'm in a super quiet pocket, but on this walk into Logrono, like I only have a couple kilometers, and I passed one pilgrim he's been camping, he hadn't left yet, and he said I was the first pilgrim that he's seen go by this morning. He kind of said, where are the pilgrims? I have seen two pilgrims come from the opposite direction, walking backwards, but I haven't seen anyone else. And it was really quiet in my albergue last night. There were just 6 of us total, and that place I think holds 36 beds. And when I was in Villa Mayor, or wherever I was the day before, the Hospitalera, she said, that night we had, I think, maybe 10, but the night before she said there was 1 pilgrim. So, it's late July now, and you hear about how crowded this route is, and there are definitely times of the year, I think, April, May, and then September tend to get a little more crowded, but I think especially in the beginning, once things spread out a little bit past Pamplona, especially if you stay more off stage, this Camino is super quiet. It's great. And there's Pamplona, just ahead of me. Famous street in Logrono, where there are so many wine bars with tapas, and this place will be packed later in the day, but there's already some that are open. It is like 10:30, so it is a little early for me to have a drink and some tapas, but oh, it's tempting. Arrived. Let's turn the lights on. I am a sweaty mess. Let's see. Kind of sweaty. Oh, this is Sweet Home Salamanca. Oh, it's perfect. She asked if I wanted a balcony room, and I said yes. So let's check out the view. Actually, let me put my stuff down first. I have learned that when the question is, do you want a balcony? The answer is always yes. Oh, it's just so sweet. And this is the view in the other direction. Okay, we just have to, before I do anything, go over some highlights of the room. First of all, there's a double bed. There's also extra blankets, a single bed here, but the most exciting is this fan. Oh, I love having a fan on when I sleep, and it'll cool things off. There's a little desk here. There are towels, and I have a little private bathroom. And there's a sink with soap, which, you don't always get on the Camino. There's a hand towel, a shower, there's shampoo. So this was 41 euros. And I did it over booking.com. So I think it's perfect. It's pretty central too. right? My evening meal starter with ice cream. And then for under €7, I got all of this. I was gonna get a salad, but the empanada looked good, a little more filling. Got a little beer to drink, some chips, which I can also take tomorrow. This is some breakfast stuff for tomorrow, and I love just carrying some cookies with me.